Welcome to Faces of Ikon, everyone. Today we have Glenda Needs with us. She's a prominent art therapist in Australia. She also is the owner of Inside Arts and author of Art Therapy Foundation and Form. Welcome, Glenda.
Thank you, Leanne.
Tell me a little bit about you and your journey to be at the Ikon Institute.
Wow, that's a big journey.
Yes, it is.
Oh, look, you know, I guess I discovered art when I was a child and was particularly unwell for long periods of time. And, you know, it was really such an important thing for me to be able to engage in art making. And I didn't realise until I was much older that I was processing so much about the challenges I had. And, you know, through dabbling in all sorts of careers along the way and not being truly satisfied, I did stumble eventually across art therapy and found that it was just such a remarkable modality for working with things like trauma and grief and loss, those sorts of things. And so after quite a lot of study in a lot of different fields, I finally ended up here at Ikon as head of school for a period of time. Now I'm semi-retired, which I'm really loving, but having the opportunity to engage in some other projects that I've been passionate about for a long time.
Thanks, Glenda. So tell me a little bit about the project that you're seeing to fruition right now with regard to the Mongolian students that have travelled here to the Ikon Institute to complete their graduate diploma in arts therapy.
Yes, look, it was a project I got started, I was inspired about many years ago when I met these students at Flinders University, or one of these students, and she expressed how valuable she thought art therapy would be for Mongolian people. And so after staying in contact for a few years and finding the right time, and we began work with a group of 6 students in Mongolia 2 years ago. They have worked incredibly hard, and it has been an incredible journey of them understanding the principles of art therapy and applying it back to their own country. But of course there comes a point where we really need them face to face. So it's been just wonderful that they can come here and start actually to put all that theory into practice. And they're doing practice sessions here where they're getting feedback. They're meeting other art therapists who are acting as mentors and support people for them. They are getting to see the different environments in which they work. And of course they're here at Ikon having an experience on site with another group of graduate diploma students. So it's really wonderful.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. And I guess as well it provides the opportunity for them to return to Mongolia as practicing art therapists and spread the message about art therapy.
Absolutely. Look, Mongolia already has embraced art therapy. There are hospitals that are jumping up and down saying we want art therapists here. There are family welfare agencies, lots of organisations that are really keen to get art therapists in place because they can really see how beneficial it can be for people who are seriously disadvantaged in Mongolia.
How has being an art therapist helped you to grow throughout the years?
You know, it's remarkable. You can't actually support another person through their personal journey without learning something about yourself. And you know, engaging in therapy and watching people sometimes struggle with incredibly difficult circumstances, it's just so humbling, but at the same time so rewarding. And I often feel really privileged to be trusted to walk with somebody through some of these journeys.
And tell me a little bit about your business, Inside Arts.
So Inside Arts has been operating for nearly 20 years now.
Wow.
And, you know, I started out doing quite a lot of work for Disability SA and in the Exceptional Needs Unit of Disability SA. I also worked with private clients, with clients referred from psychologists and psychiatrists, so in private practice, working with people with acquired brain injury, so quite a variety of people. And over the years, it just sort of built and built. And now, after all these years of experience, I guess, I'm able to offer supervision as well. So I provide clinical supervision I have continued my education through that process and studied supervision training. And Inside Arts now does a mix of both supervision and private client work.
Great. And I noticed that you've got the ability to book appointments online as well.
Yes.
So if you're interested in booking a session with Glenda through her business, visit her website at insidearts.simplybook.me.
Yes, thank you.
My name is Bire, and I'm a social worker in Mongolia, and I've been studying in arts psychotherapy through your organization, Ikon Institute, and to complete my graduate diploma of art psychotherapy. I'm so excited.
Excellent. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Oyun Dorj, and we used to work together in World Vision Mongolia as social workers together. And then I'm now working in elementary school as an assistant teacher. And then I'm here for my art therapy course to finish. Then I really loved Australia.
Excellent. So what has made you both want to study art therapy in particular?
I completed my Master's of Social Work 5 years ago in Adelaide. And when I was doing my social work placement at FAMCSA, and I found that art therapy is something that needs to develop in our country because there are lots of social problems in our country. So there is a real need to develop this profession.
Fantastic. And what about yourself?
Yeah, and then I was doing just myself doing for my hobby, like doing some art stuff, and then I just connected with her, and she told me that, this is the real, that kind of stuff, and we just discussed, and then I said, I want to do this together, and then I joined it to this team. That was fantastic.
And how do you plan to use art therapy when you travel back to Mongolia? How will you use art therapy in practice?
Art therapy is a quite new concept in our country, so it's not developed, even people don't know what it is. So we found this is very effective, and lately the Mongolian government, especially Minister of Social Welfare, we belongs all social workers in schools and kindergartens and all social related authorities are under the Ministry of Social Welfare, so they are very willing to develop this art therapy as a profession and improve the child protection system in Mongolia, and also to improve the capacity building of helping professionals who work with the children, families, and communities.
Great.
Yeah, and then I just want to add that there's a really new professionals and field in Mongolia, a really new one. And then we are first just had some workshop for the social workers, and then health professionals, actually doctors and who working in the as a social worker in the hospitals. They are really interesting, and we will start just working with them. And then we have the huge field we need to start, because we have some social issues about in the school, bullying stuff, or everywhere we can just do it.
So really bringing art therapy back to Mongolia will help to address the social issues that are currently there and help resolve some of the issues as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you wanted to add to the conversation?
Yeah, well, of course we really have to express our appreciation for your organization to give us an opportunity to study this very wonderful, very valuable things to learn. And this is also giving the opportunity for all Mongolian people who are suffering. So we are so happy to study through your organization and your institute and to complete our course.
And also I want to add that we are the first Mongolians having this course and then becoming the first art therapists in Mongolia. And then I wish, and we wish that this is not just first, and then we will see Mongolians who will be interested, and then they want to do the art therapy will become to see yoga. This is to the Ikon. And also I really appreciate Miss Glenda needs for help and for her hard work, and then
all the efforts
generosity for everything, and then I can too.
Thank you very much for joining us today.